Now back to the fate of those refugees. Ann Curry has been on the scene all week. She joins us again now from the border of Macedonia and Kosovo. Ann, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. You know, when we first arrived here late yesterday, Macedonian police and soldiers wielding rifles were refusing to allow journalists inside this camp. But we managed to sneak in. Our cameraman hid here on this hillside, and NBC's Amy Roth-Turnley went inside with me carrying a home video camera. And here is what we saw in the last hours of this camp. We got in just as hundreds of refugees, some who have been here as long as a week, were lining up with all of their belongings waiting to be bussed out.
They're carrying food with them, blankets. There are babies. We know that there were babies born here. We don't know how many. There were babies born in this no man's land. We know that people have died here. We don't know how many. And there are many, many children.
We're now deep inside the camp.
In this tent, there are 2 families and 5 children. Katie is just 7 months old.
These women don't know where their husbands are. The last time they saw them was in Kosovo. You can see the anguish. You can see the conditions that they're living in. They live in a tent where it's cold at night. They're all crammed in here. They do have mattresses and blankets, but it's very difficult. This woman has just now told us that her 23-year-old son is missing in Kosovo, and she doesn't know where he is, and she's frightened for him. This is one of many stories here in this camp. You don't have to walk very far to see people suffering. Not only because of the conditions here, the poor sanitary conditions, the cold at night, but because of the trauma that they have felt, the trauma that they endure, not knowing where all their loved ones are. Wherever I looked in the 2 hours I spent in the camp, I saw faces of all ages filled with fear.
I've seen a number of children who are clearly ill with runny noses. One woman told me here that she had a skin condition from the exposure, from being in the cold every night. As a mother of 2 children, seeing these children herded this way, not knowing where they're going, the fear in their faces, it's overwhelming.
It would be difficult for anyone who had seen what was going on in Blatce not to be affected. Well, this morning, all the refugees are gone. We don't know where they have gone. And this morning, not even the UN Commission on Refugees can tell us where they have been taken. The Commission, in fact, is appalled, and we have just learned that the UN High Commission on Refugees has asked for all relocations to stop until they can figure out how to make this thing run more smoothly.